exciting.
We're going to give you our comic book picks of the week, but before we do, let's go ahead and break down this week's nerd news. All right, so big week in the world of fandom, guys. Huge week. So much stuff dropped.
I know.
A couple of honorable mentions. We can't mention everything that went down this week.
We're mentioning everything.
I'd like to, but man, we had The Punisher Season 2 dropped. Deadly Class premiered on the Sci-Fi Network.
Oh my gosh.
We got a trailer for John Wick 3.
Yes.
That was awesome. That was like The Matrix.
It was fantastic. Oh my god, I love that. When they pull out the swords and the motorcycles, it was like, oh my god, this movie's going to be
Morpheus
great.
cameoed. It was great.
Yes.
So definitely those are our honorable mentions for the nerd news of the week. But the first thing I want to get into, guys, is the first look at Ghostbusters 3. Ghostbusters 3, a 1-minute trailer. Ralph, you saw the trailer. I don't know if you were necessarily blown away by it when it dropped.
No, I mean, it was definitely fun to see it again, you know, like the old ambulance.
Yes, Ecto 1.
Yeah, and then how you said, like, you hear the Proton Pack kick in. Super hyped for it. But I don't know. I wasn't excited because there was really nothing to it. Just a little bit of nostalgia.
I gotta our cat is screaming down here.
Because he loved the trailer.
Yeah.
I gotta disagree. All
Also
right. Well,
loves
let's go through the
Ghostbusters.
trailer because I think you might have missed a couple of things.
Okay.
Here are all the Easter eggs that I could pick up in this tiny little 1-minute trailer. So the trailer starts out. It's dark. It's nighttime, and there's this barn. First thing you notice is the cloud, the looming storm that's going on over this barn. I mean, if you're fans of Ghostbusters, you know clouds and storms
Equal bad
usually
things.
mean that there's going to be some supernatural stuff, just like the big storm over Dana Barrett's apartment
Oh, yeah. with
that
the
ushered
Keymaster
the
and
entering of
Gatekeeper.
Zool.
Yep.
So you know something's going on whenever you see a storm, and so the camera pushes in, and the music kicks in. The very first thing you kind of notice audibly is this soundtrack, this score. It's the same score from the library scene at the beginning of Ghostbusters 1, when they're walking through the library and there's that creepy music that kicks in as the camera starts pushing in. So as the camera's pushing in, your focus is on this barn, but if you look off to the right-hand side, there's this fence that is just dripping with ectoplasm.
So cool.
There's ectoplasm. Yeah, somebody blew your nose and you want to keep it. So you got ectoplasm dripping off this fence, and then the camera keeps pushing in. Then the music starts to change. It starts to change to that Zool theme.
Yeah.
That classic Dana Barrett apartment theme music. So it kind of transitions into that. And then if you're paying really close attention, you can hear the sound of a ratchet. This ratcheting, like somebody's working on something.
What are they working on, Chuck?
As the music's going on, well, then the camera pushes in even further, and you can see the tarp with something underneath the tarp. So you can tell by the thumbnail of the trailer that they're going to see Ecto 1. But if you pay close attention to the left-hand side,
It's actually the DeLorean, and they have to put it.
that would be
under the
sick.
canvas.
Unfortunately, no. If you pay attention to the left-hand side of your screen, to go along with the ratcheting sound, you can see someone's working on something on a workbench over the left-hand side. You see this flash of Proton Pack lightning. So someone is off camera building a new Proton Pack. They're building something from scratch. So the camera keeps on pushing, and then the tarp lifts off of the car, and it's the original Ecto 1. You see the original yellow license plate.
Right. As
You
opposed to
remember.
the New York license plate.
Exactly. In Ghostbusters 2, the license plate of the car was actually the Statue of Liberty license plate. This is the original yellow license plate, Ecto 1. That was really dope.
And then you realize the license plates are expired, and they have to pay back fees.
That's going to be the big
Super
twist ending, yeah. And then, of course, the camera goes dark. It says summer 2020, and you hear the Proton Pack fire up.
And you
then
see it,
sits
too, on the 2020.
and you see the light,
Yep,
you see
yep.
the lightning and stuff, and then the Proton Pack shuts down. So it's like someone is building a new Proton Pack. Ralph, did that up your excitement level for the trailer at all?
A little bit. I feel like the DeLorean was in there. Could be a little Rick and Morty cameo. I don't know. I'm very excited.
Well, if you're excited about it, let's bring your excitement level down
Yeah.
now.
The guys over at WeGotYouCovered.com, they got some plot details, and they're not all good.
Wah, wah, wah.
So they said the Ghostbusters, it's going to be a very kid-centric kind of movie.
Okay.
The main characters of the movie are going to be a 12-year-old kid, two 12-year-old kids. They said the Ghostbusters themselves are going to be teenagers.
They're
This-
just gonna cast the whole Stranger Things cast.
Yeah,
and just
right.
Why
transfer
not?
them over.
Just cast the kids from Stranger Things and get it over
Oh,
with. They
yeah.
already nailed it. They made Ghostbusters 3 in one episode.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be two little 12-year-old kids and a cast of teenage Ghostbusters. They said that the teenage Ghostbusters are going to have an adult mentor who
Okay.
knows. I think it quoted. Who knows a lot about the supernatural and proton packs and
Sure.
stuff. So that's probably going to be
Rick Moranis.
Rick Moranis' character, of course. It'll probably be Dan Aykroyd. It'll probably be Ray, I assume. So
Considering Dan Aykroyd wrote the movie, so it probably
what do you
will be
think,
Dan
guys?
Aykroyd.
I know this is
Okay.
not what everybody thought. Everybody thought, okay, we're going to bring back the original Ghostbusters in this movie. Doesn't seem
Yeah.
like that's what's going to happen. It's going to be a group of teenagers
Now I'm disappointed.
fighting ghosts.
I was excited, and now I'm here. I was here, and now I'm here.
a little bit. Not
Yeah.
exactly what anybody was expecting.
Yeah, well,
I mean, who knows? You know, if they put some effort into it, like Stranger Things, it might come off feeling like that. They might do a good job.
It could be good. And
And with
Jason
that-
Reitman, the director, the son of Ivan Reitman, who did the original Ghostbusters, he's going to be directing it. Jason Reitman has a good history of directing teenagers. If you saw Juno,
very true.
he's
Yeah.
a really good director, and I like that it's Ivan Reitman and Jason Reitman co-producing it as well. It's just got a family vibe to it.
Yeah. If it's kid friendly, like Stranger Things, I think it'd be all right. But if it's like too over kiddie,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
yeah, it might kind of.
we'll
Yeah.
see. 2020.
Yeah. Well, it starts shooting. They are fast tracking this movie. They said they're going to start shooting this summer. So as early as May, they're going to start rolling cameras on this thing for a 2020 release. They haven't said if we're going to have any cameos from Bill Murray and Ernie Hudson, Rick Moranis, Sigourney Weaver. The only person who said he is going to be in it is Dan Aykroyd.
Which makes, again, sense that he's the mentor.
Yeah,
Wait, Dan Aykroyd was in Ghostbusters?
he was.
Oh,
Yes, yes.
I missed that part.
He was the Class 3 roaming phantasm.
Excellent.
So the other major thing that dropped this week, guys, the trailer that just about broke the internet on Monday was the Spider-Man Far From Home trailer.
Oh, and none of us are Spider-Man fans around.